from my heart and from my hand. Why don't people understand my intention?
Today we're going to do an experiment about photosynthesis, just to teach you a little bit about that. This experiment is called air plants, and what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these plants that I have here and we're going to submerge them in water. I'm going to show you how photosynthesis works. You're going to see the plant producing air underwater, and you're going to actually see the little bubbles. And as part of this experiment, I'll actually do a little time lapse for you, and you'll see how it looks after 1 day, after 2 days, etc. So let's take a look at some of the things we're going to need to make this experiment happen. Alright, first up and most importantly, we have some semi-aquatic plants here. These here are aquatic fern, and you can pick these up at Petco, PetSmart, any pet store where they do fish. The next thing you're going to need is some baking soda, readily available at any grocery store, and some kind of measuring device. I've got a spoon here. That'll work for our little experiment today, but pretty common stuff here. You're also going to want something to put the plants into so that when you submerge it, that you can trap the air. For that, I've just selected a plain old drinking glass. Again, something that's readily available in your own kitchen. Easy to find, easy to use. Here's another element of our experiment. This is just a bowl full of water. Again, something that's easily found in the kitchen. You're going to use this to actually make the experiment happen in. If you can find something that's clear when you're introducing this to students, it would help even more so that they can see from the side what's going on inside the experiment. But for our purposes today, this will work just fine. The last thing I've got here on the table with me is a lamp. Today we've actually got a lot of sunshine, and this is actually going to be our source of light for the experiment. But I'm going to boost it with this lamp, which will help a lot. It'll help speed the process along. Our first step is going to be to take some of the baking soda and go ahead and mix into the water. I usually try to do a full teaspoon or tablespoon full. And it's okay if you spill a little in there. It's not going to hurt anything. So then we got it in there, and we got to mix it up really good so that we get a nice rich environment full of carbon dioxide for the plants. You want to make sure you mix it until it's all dissolved. And get it mixed up nice in there. Looks like we're about done here. So after you finish mixing it up, the next thing you're doing is going to grab your glass. You want to take your plants, and I always like to insert them with the leaves down. Make it nice and easy. Okay, just like that. So now that we've got our plants inserted into the glass, we're going to take the glass over. We're going to lower it down into the water. Make sure you cover the entrance so the plants don't sneak out. You want to make sure you get all the air bubbles out, so otherwise you're cheating. So we're going to go ahead and, there we go. Looks pretty good. Alright. Now we've got a lot of sunshine today, but I'm going to go ahead and help the process by boosting the power here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lamp. We'll go ahead and shine it in the water right on top of there. Okay, we'll give it just a moment to get started. So while we're waiting for the plants to do their work inside there, I usually stop and take just a moment to kind of explain the process to the students. What we've got is we've taken the baking soda, put it into the water, and that baking soda creates a lot of carbon dioxide up in the water, and it's a carbon-rich environment for the plant. Now the carbon dioxide is what the plant uses for food, along with the sunshine, and as part of that, it puts out oxygen. Kind of like how we breathe in oxygen, and then when we've used up that oxygen inside our body, we breathe back out carbon dioxide. So you can kind of see that there's a cycle going on between humans and plants, and it kind of shows the importance of plants. And I usually just like to bring that up to the students while we're waiting for the plant to do its work down here with the photosynthesis. So as the process is working in there, it's kind of hard for the students to kind of see what's going on at first. So what I like to do is I give them a little flashlight like this little mag light here, and I let them come up, ones, twos, threes at a time so that there's not too many kids around the experiment. And they can actually use the flashlight and get down on level with the plant, and they can kind of see the bubbles forming. And I'm not sure if you can see them, on the camera, but there are little bubbles starting to form, and the flashlight really helps the student to kind of see those and kind of gets them focused on looking at the plant by having this little flashlight and being able to look at it. So it's one little thing I like to do with the students. So that's the experiment. It's kind of a nice little process to show photosynthesis. I'm going to go ahead and set this up inside for a time lapse so I can keep the lamp on it 24 hours a day, and you'll get some shots of that. And it kind of shows the process of photosynthesis and how cool it is that plants can make air even when they're underwater. Okay, this is elapsed after 12 hours. I'm going to shut off the light, and if we move in, you can see right there, there is a bubble forming at the top of the glass. So that's after 12 hours. Alright, this is after 24 hours. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera, or the light there. And if we move in, fairly good sized bubble is formed at the top of the glass there. So this is after 24 hours. And this is after 48 hours. If I turn the glass, I don't know if you can see it. There's actually a really good sized bubble formed there at the top now. And you can see after 48 hours that quite a bit of oxygen is made by just those 3 tiny little plants. So this is after 48 hours.
Elastic tubes and pots and pans, bits and pieces, and the magic from the handle make weird science. Oh, things I've never seen before. Behind bolted doors, turning an imagination. Weird science. Not what teachers said to do, making dreams come true. Living tissue, warm flesh. Weird science.